Hey everyone, welcome to Moving Map. We do all things cameras with a dash of vlogs and a little bit of travel. And this is Camera Wars, the show where we give you the latest camera news and let you know just how the battle is heating up. First up, do you hate showing people interesting locations? Well, Luminar AI has you covered with the brand new feature, Narcissist AI. Are you in a tropical rainforest? Who cares about nature? We only want to see you smolder. Are you in a uniquely painted basketball court with art literally painted on the walls? Who cares about art when we can see you holding a skateboard? Narcissist AI for when it's all about you. Next up, one thing about Sony that is hard to deny is their sensor innovations. They were the first company to widely develop the stacked CMOS sensor back in March of 2019, a technology that is just now being developed by Canon for the EOS R3. Sony licenses out their sensors to Nikon, Fujifilm, and multiple smartphone companies, and well, it looks like the innovation isn't about to stop anytime soon. According to Sony Alpha rumors, patents have been uncovered for a curved sensor. Now it looks like this current patent is just for smartphone sensors, but other patents seen in the past has been for full frame and medium format. Recently it has been unveiled that Canon is also working on a curved sensor, so it looks like this may be the next frontier to be conquered. I personally know very little about the benefits of a curved sensor, but avid tea drinker and man who really wants to teach you how to take tack sharp images, Jay Christina, said in one of his videos that the technology could lead to faster, lighter, and possibly even cheaper glass.
I don't believe you.
If true, that all sounds pretty amazing to me, but what do you think about the new tech? Do you think it's worth it? Drop in the comment section below and let me know. But remember all those great things I just said about Sony's innovation? We'll throw that all out the window for this next story. The Sony ZV-E10 was officially announced this week. Here's a quick look at all the spec highlights, even though I'm sure you've been inundated with them all week. While this is a budget camera coming in at only $699 or $799 with the kit lens, the way they are marketing this camera, at least to me, it seems like a mistake. They're marketing this camera towards vloggers, and because of that, it points out one of the most glaring flaws, which is the older sensor. This sensor is notorious for its terrible rolling shutter, and when whipping the camera around when, say, vlogging, would be a bad idea. The other big downside is the terrible IBIS, which again is important for vloggers. Now, I do not think this camera is an entire disaster, and I think it could be a nice learner camera or even a B cam, but I think a lot of people are going to be very disappointed in the results they get when they try to use it for what it's advertised for. If you want to check out my more detailed look at this camera, you can check out this video here, and I will link it at the end of this video. Next up, the Olympics are here, and with it, more information about the latest flagship cameras. First off, the Nikon Z9 was spotted in the wild, and for the first time, we got a view of the back.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that.
From looking at these pictures and reading the comments section on Nikon rumors, it looks like this screen may have a tilt down and a tilt over design for using it in portrait mode. It is hard to tell for sure here because for whatever reason the photographer has taped down the back of the screen, possibly to avoid the tilt functions altogether. The other thing this does show is that the screen will be of an impressive size.
That's what she said.
That's my joke, damn it.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's going to be more than a 1.44 million dot screen. Now this camera will be completely out of my use case and price range, but from the little specs that we do know, like it will offer 8K, meaning that it will at least have a 45 megapixel sensor, I think this will be an impressive camera and a big win for Nikon. Which brings me to our final story, and that is about the non-flagship Canon EOS R3, which seems to be confirmed to be 24 megapixels. According to Canon rumors, EXIF data has been leaked from the camera, which shows that the image size is coming from a 24 megapixel sensor. If true, it would explain why Canon has been playing so coy with the sensor specs, especially considering the Sony A1 has a 50 megapixel sensor, and the Nikon Z9 being able to do 8K will probably have that same Sony sensor, which kind of makes the R3 look not up to spec. For a while now, I've been touting my theory that the Canon R3 was actually going to be the R1 until they were blindsided by Sony with the A1. I even created this video a month ago laying out my theory in depth, so imagine my surprise and slight feeling of vindication when Jared Polin in his latest fix said, quote, "One of the theories that Steven has is that the R3 was really going to be the first version of the R1, but when Sony hit us with the 50 megapixel 30 frames per second A1, Canon quickly pivoted the lower pixel R1 to the R3.
Wait a tick.
Admit it, Jared and Steven, you totally got that idea from me.
It could be true.
I know you know who I am. We had an hour-long mentorship call where we talked about my YouTube channel. Come on, just come clean, and I will admit maybe,
Just maybe.
you had a tiny influence on the creation of this show.
Right.
Well, there you have it. That is your photo news. Well, that is the current state of the camera wars. If you've liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And until next time, peace.